Rainy days don't seem so wet. Stormy nights don't stay. From the moment that we met, you were worth the wait. Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever know. Best thing that I'll ever know.
Hello, hello, hello. Well, before we get started, what happened to my thing? Oh, there it is. Fair use disclaimer. We got to put it out there for everybody. Let's move it up a little bit so you can see. All right, there we go. Fair use disclaimer. There we go. All right. Got to get the particulars out of the way. You know how it is. You know how it is. Okay, I am very not happy with this hair color. It's gray. It's supposed to be gray. I had to bleach it to get it to go gray. And now it's back to blonde. And I even used purple shampoo. It's supposed to make it go gray. So I'm going to have to color it back gray. So my hair looks like crap today because I put mousse in it because you can't color it when it's, clean because I showered this morning. So that's what it is. My gray hair didn't stay gray. I guess I'm just not meant to ever have gray hair. I'm going to cry. I might color it back my natural color. I don't know. I tried. And it bleached so good, but I got roots now, and I don't like roots. So, anyway, I'm waiting to see if somebody's going to come in, but I guess nobody's going to come in. That's so depressing. So I did sign up to become a product influencer. Is that what you call it? For Temu. And here's the link right here. If you would like to become an influencer for Temu, and if you buy something, I've started a page, a storefront page kind of thing in Temu of things that catch my attention. I don't know how to find it, so don't ask. Don't ask. I don't know. But anyway, I'll try to figure it out. But all you do when you're an influencer is you go through all these products that they show you. And if you like something, you click on it and then a little heart and it goes into your storefront. And here it goes. I'm sorry. And then if somebody goes on and clicks from your storefront and purchases things from Temu, then you get a small percentage of the profits, a very small percentage. And you can also become a Temu influencer yourself by going through my site. So if that's something that might interest you, it seems but there's a lot of reading to go through all the rules and regulations and all that stuff. So yeah. If you want to get into being an influencer for Temu, because I like to do the box openings and everything on Temu. So when I order, because I do order from Temu, and some of their products are really good, and some of them are not exactly what you think they should be, and those are the ones that always get critiqued on that I see on YouTube. Somehow I cut my arm. Uh, but some of them are pretty good. Some of them are pretty good. So, yeah. All right. Now let's get into this. This morning when I was doing my research, trying to find a worthwhile subject to talk about tonight, the thought crossed my mind because I used to watch. Well, I do sometimes. I watch. I'm not going to say I didn't because I haven't stopped. I just don't watch as often. Uh, a content creator, and um, she used to go on X to see what was going on when she was really heavy into the Sebastian Rogers thing. But things have kind of died down on the Sebastian Rogers side, and I don't know why. I don't want him to become a cold case. So, and there's a lot of people out there that are still out there. Say his name. Say Sebastian Rogers' name. Say his name. And that's why his name and the thing is in the banner in the beginning of my opening. So, and I did get a complaint that my openings were too long, so I cut it down to 1 minute. So I have a 1 minute opening. I used to have a 3 minute opening. Now I have a 1 minute opening. So it's part of a song, and I pay for the copyright to the song. So that's how that works. Anyway, while I was on X this morning, because I had to load the app into my computer. I have it on my phone, but I didn't have it on my computer. So it was kind of like a start over thing to get it on my computer. And then who do I want to follow? Who do I want? And I wanted to go into true crime because that's what interests me. And then I thought, well, I'm not seeing the names of the people that I know are good people on true crime. So I typed in Sebastian Rogers' name, and there's a whole long list of stuff that come up. Let's just go to it. Okay. Okay. I don't know if I can't make it any bigger. And for that, I'm sorry. But I noticed I use Grok. This little symbol right here in the corner. See how it darkened? This is Grok, the symbol for Grok. Um, yeah, see right here. I use Grok a lot of times when I'm searching because you can type in there what you know and it'll go through and it'll think about it and it'll search everywhere and find what it can find out about. I like Grok. It's really good. But I didn't go through Grok. I went through. I downloaded X and here is the X logo right here. Okay. So, and then I typed, my search was Sebastian Rogers. Okay, right here shows this person may have the same name as Sebastian Rogers. I mean, he may be a Sebastian Rogers, but he is not the Sebastian Rogers because this says, I made all the music on iPhone 1 Imagine that I can do with iPhone 2 Beyond the Universes Matter, Superman, You Cannot Stop What's Coming, Infinity. See, that has nothing to do with Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, okay? Because it says AKA DJZYX whatever. Okay, that's not Sebastian Rogers. I mean, he might be Sebastian Rogers. But then here's another one that says Sebastian Rogers, which I don't think the Sebastian Rogers we want has an X account. Then it says, I like music. I am weird and like to do whatever, so I'm a daredevil. See, that's not Sebastian. But then you get down into it, and this Casey Blend Balanced Life, okay? It says at Blend Balance is says first advocate, INFJ personality, balance out your life, paranormal researcher, spiritual intuitive medium, Thai Buddhist, Thailand, God bless prayer. Okay, that seems like a good person. So I decided I would, and I hadn't read this little bio here to find out about, I didn't find out she was a paranormal researcher. So good to know because I love the paranormal. But what caught me about her was look at her page. Look at her page. I don't know where she got these pictures, but she made it look like a yearbook page. And it's got little tiny baby pictures of Sebastian. And pictures of Sebastian as he's growing up and getting older. And even pictures that we have seen of Sebastian. And pictures we haven't seen. I guess they're the pictures that Seth used in the ritual for Sebastian when he was praying and they were showing all the pictures. That was a beautiful ritual. I wish I could have been there. But this leads me to say she's Sebastian all the way, but she would be a green team. So, yeah. And then the 7 true, okay? The bio there says vibrant, rainbow Libra, foodie, chasing truth, spooky thrills, diving into true crime, mental health addictions, criminal psych, beach days, music, and beautiful things. Okay, so she likes true crime. Or he, I don't know. It don't matter. I don't care. You do you. But this says Sebastian Rogers, and it talks about Sebastian and talks about, what Chronicles of the Shady and her interview and these kind of things. Okay? Well, and it says call the sheriff's office. And so that's above the fold. And what I'm calling above the fold is if you're looking at a newspaper, like you get the Times Record or whatever, you get it, it's all these pages together and then it's folded in half. Okay? So when it's folded, is this folded? Okay, it works. Okay. So this is folded in half. Okay? So you want the important stuff to be above the fold so that when it's laying there, it can be seen. Okay? So where it says show more here, that's where I'm calling the fold. Okay? And above the fold, it says call the sheriff's office, and it has and TBI find, and let's bring Sebastian home. Okay? So this person I'm saying is 100% Sebastian or green team. I don't know. I haven't seen the person in any chats, but the person might not even go to YouTube. I don't know. I don't know their background, but they like Sebastian. Okay, so I'm looking down, and here's Beauty Bubble. Never heard of this person. It says Palo Alto raised baby unicorn hunter. Okay, says nothing about the person. We know nothing. Okay, but what we do know is what about my child that is missing? And all you do is cover that family of serial killers, said Seth Rogers, father of Sebastian Rogers. 448 days missing. The missing teen disappeared. This is after hundreds of hours of social media and forward slash creation and an active focus by the FBI. So this person, I don't know where they're from, who they are, or anything about them, but they seem like they could be. Okay, so here we go. And they're speaking of Chronicles of the Shady. There we are. Now, something's going on her page right there. I don't know what it is. She's talking about, well, I don't know. Chris Proudfoot's on the chat. So I don't know who. I think it must be a Queen Bee chat or something. I'm not worried about that. Exactly. Queen Bee. So hashtag Queen Bee right there. And well, it looks like Queen Bee forgot she promised to put Sebastian Rogers' missing flyer up on her community tab. Remember, Hornet, someone in your chat asked you to put Sebastian's missing flyer up when you had over 1,500 people in your chat and the stepfather was on your panel. That's above the fold. Looks like something Queen Bee didn't do. We all know, if you're into true crime and you follow the Sebastian Rogers case, you know Chronicles of the Shady is greedy. Okay? And because this hashtag is Queen Bee, and it's not really telling a story about Sebastian, I didn't read the whole thing. I didn't click on this, okay? But she's reminding Queen Bee to do something. I didn't count that as a hashtag for Sebastian, okay? But let's go down here. Charity Cyclist, this isn't, okay, here's 7 True again. Look here. We got Find Sebastian Rogers, hashtag Sebastian Rogers, hashtag Missing Teen, hashtag Tennessee, hashtag Spring 2025. Now, when I made my thing for my thumbnail, I had, okay, some of these hashtags are totally vile, and I refuse to put them on there because they link to Sebastian, but they're awful. Totally awful. So I wouldn't use them. But hello to everybody in chat. Please hit that thumbs up. We're talking about all the hashtags, and I want to know where they go. And why are there so many? I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. But anyway, so here we are with 5 hashtags on one page telling the same story. Now, I don't know what hashtags are for. Hashtags came out when Twitter came out. All of a sudden it was hashtag this, hashtag that, hashtags. I don't know what hashtags are for because I didn't do Twitter. Okay, so now I'm doing X because X is a good place for research. Okay, so, the older you get, I don't know the rest of that saying. So anyway, here's 5 hashtags for Sebastian. Now I'm presuming, let's click one. Nashville, Tennessee, Nashville baseball. I don't know what this is. Okay, so there's got to be something on here. There's Lady Justice. Okay, here's something about Sebastian. Lady Justice we know is Green Team. Okay, I'm going to go back because I want the page I was on. Okay, so what I'm saying, I didn't know what hashtags were for. I've used them, but I thought they were so that, I don't know. I thought if I said hashtag Manda Panda, then, hi Manda Panda, speaking of the devil, I'm glad you're here. Anyway, I thought they meant that if I was doing a post and I did hashtag Manda Panda, then Manda Panda could reach that post because it's like tagging. Okay, so what's the app for? Is the app for tagging? I don't know. I'm old. I'm done. But Manda Panda says they are used for content information when something is searched. It puts it in the algorithm that can be found easily based on whatever hashtag information you put. And then she goes on to say, whoops, I clicked on the wrong one. She said, if you search anything about Tennessee, it will come up. If you search anything about spring 2025, it will come up. If you search anything about Find Sebastian, it will come up. That's good to know. And the at symbol is for tagging. And then she says, especially saying you're saying it at somebody. So, like if I was going to say, I'm going to pull you up on panel, okay? See if I can remember how to do this. There it goes. All right. Especially if you're saying you're at somebody. So if I wanted Amanda Panda to find my post, I could say at Amanda Panda, then she would be tagged in the post. Okay. Takes a minute for old people to learn these things. All right. All right. So here is 5 hashtags for Sebastian Rogers. So I'm scrolling down through here. We see True 7 again. And this brought me to this one. No, this one wasn't what brought me to a question. Okay. And then here's Sebastian Stan Archive. That has nothing to do with Sebastian Rogers. Okay. So Emily Sebastian. Okay. That's not. Okay. Here you are. Hello.
Hello.
Tomorrow's weather, sunny, high of 78, low of 53. Okay. So anyway, if you come down here to Salty Gigi Dilligath, okay, I've seen Salty in other people's chats.
So you see how her name is there, and then she's also got the at. That means she has a second account, and she cross-posted it so that this will get posted on that feed as well.
Oh.
Like if you were to do at Amanda on Facebook, then it posts it to my timeline.
Oh. See, this is KC2 Balanced Life. We saw that in 7 True. We saw those earlier. Okay. Okay, so here's Charity the Cyclist again. Here's Jack and Lily. That's not about Sebastian. This is Matt Thibodeau. And people were talking about how they hadn't seen proof that there were billboards up. Well, he saw one. It says at Citizen Bank Park, proud, not for long. And there's one of the, and then there's Jennifer Coffindaffer, and she uses another hashtag. Then down here, she uses 3 more hashtags. And then 7 True again. But I was going down through here, and here's one, Chronicles of the Shadies, hashtagged Chris Proudfoot. Now, was she wanting to get his attention and hashtagged him and not use the A, or did she want him to be found on the app? I don't know. And then Vern Gilbert.
That's his ex name. So instead of just putting his name there, she put out his information. You can click on that and go straight to Chris Proudfoot's page.
That's not the right Chris Proudfoot.
Well, then she did that.
That Hong did that.
Not knowing, yeah. But there you go. I was going to say, and now you went to something funny, so.
Oh, Sweetie Pilo. I like her. I want to follow her. Get up there. All right. See, I learned something. Okay, now I got to go back to my page.
I was going to say, so click on Katie Proudfoot.
Oh, was it on there?
Under Sweeties. Okay, so go back to that one. Click Chris Proudfoot.
I did. And
Now-
now it pulls up. Okay, so this is a page that has a hashtag of Katie's name on it.
See, the other one was they thought they were hashtagging the correct hashtag, but they hashtagged the wrong Sebastian or the wrong Chris Proudfoot.
Well,
You got to be careful what you're hashtagging and exactly how you're hashtagging it.
yeah, I was wondering about this because this hashtag is capital KATIE, capital Proudfoot, okay? And then this hashtag is all capitals, which I found on the other page. And then this hashtag is capital C and everything else is small. So,
yeah, depending on how you hashtag it, the letters that you use is how it will be found.
I got to go back or I'm going to be down the wrong hole. Okay, got to go back again. One more. All right, there we go. So, yeah, and then this Fern Gilbert hashtag Sebastian. And then down here, Chronicles of the Shady hashtag FBI, or she added FBI Memphis. So that would send you to their page. And then this is a hashtag, another different way of putting Sebastian Rogers. And then this is TBI investigation instead of TBI investigation. It's missing an I, but it goes to Tennessee Bureau.
Yeah.
And this one they're hashtagging Queen Bee because her page is right there. But when I was going through just this one page, I was writing them down on the bottom part of my paper here. You can't see. Okay. See below the space? There are 59 different hashtags just on this one page for Sebastian Rogers. And I was just looking for people, wife, mother, true Southern advocate for those without a voice, loud and proud, tolerance for BS. Oh, no tolerance for BS, and Roll Tide. Okay. So, but I also know that Lady Justice, I've seen her on other platforms, and she's Green Team. But also above the fold, which would be right here, she has, do not hesitate to call 911 immediately. So, and there's Beauty Bubble. Now, I didn't know what this one was about. This one I commented on because this says 9:12 p.m. Seth Rogers, Sebastian's father. He's a moderator, and that's on Brittany J's channel. And it says, "What about my child? That is missing, and all you do is cover for that family of serial killers." Now, I don't think Seth was talking to Brittany when he said that, because Brittany hasn't covered a bunch of serial killers that I know of. So who was Seth talking to? So I commented to this one and I asked, there's got to be more to the story. It sounds like an interesting story. And then 7 True here has a hashtag missing child and hashtag Sebastian. I don't know if they're hashtagging to get looks or just hashtagging because they want these places known, or what's their purpose. This one got me. This Casey Belinda Balanced Life. We've already looked at her bio or his bio, whatever. But this poster, this missing child poster for Sebastian, down at the bottom, it said he was found, and then there was which he wasn't. Then there's an arrow down here. It says his parents dumped him at the gas station. And then it says stepdad and mommy did it. And then it says case closed. All written in pencil on here. Now, I don't know who defiled the poster, but that just upset me because Sebastian hasn't been found. And then this is Bullhorn Betty. We all know Bullhorn Betty. Very beautiful. She's green team all the way. Lady Justice again. Here's some more hashtags. Did Bullhorn Betty have hashtags? Yeah. No. She added YouTube because she has a YouTube channel. So she added her YouTube channel. And then Lady Justice again. And Dawn just says, was blessed 19. I think I've seen her in chats. But she's all about Sebastian Rogers. And Tina Vaughn Young hashtagged TikTok. And this TikTok, I guess, goes to hindsight 2002. Hello, H. Davis, how are you today? Let's see what this has to say. Talking about when One World put out to be on the lookout for Sebastian at the Mexican border. Okay. Interesting. You're okay? That's good to hear. I'm learning about hashtags and at symbols. Okay, and then here Dwayne, Dog the Bounty Hunter, did a hashtag Sebastian Rogers when he did the $250,000 reward. And he also put out this video. It's like, this is before Green Hoodie person. Let me pull it up. See, Green Hoodie person's going to come across here in a minute. Just before Sebastian and Katie come out at the 24 mark, yellow coat guy, somebody said that he went into the building and then came back out. So that could have been who Katie was looking for when she was looking around inside. I'm kind of looking right into. There's yellow jacket guy. See, he did go in the building and come back out. And there's Katie, and Sebastian came right out behind him. Okay, now he has something to do with this place, like he's an Uber driver or something. But okay, green hoodie guy has got this person's attention. He wants to protect them. And then this guy's trying to take his attention off what's going on over here. This is my speculation. This is what I'm seeing happening. Okay. So he looks at his watch. He looks at his phone. Oh man, they cut out. They cut it out. Okay, I don't see it. What I was going to show you when where'd we go? Did we go to a different place? Okay. So I'm on a different page. I lost my page apparently. Let me type it in again. But what I was going to show you was when the yellow coat guy, if you get to see that clip again from wherever you're at, when yellow coat guy turns his coat around or his phone around so you can see it, if you could zoom your thing in, I failed to hit the like button. Just did. Well, thank you. Mandy, you yeeted yourself. Here, let me pull you back up. There you go. Check, back chat.
Yay. Yeet.
Okay, so I got off on the wrong page. Okay, so I'm going to search Sebastian Rogers again. Come back down where we were. Okay, when he turns his... The kids are coming up. They come up my driveway because my driveway is really steep and they like to get on their bicycles and go down the driveway. But I've told them all to be really careful, and I'm not responsible. That's why I have homeowners insurance. So anyway, when it's not one to play right now, but when yellow coat guy comes over here and he turns his phone around, and you can see the picture that Katie took on her phone inside the restaurant of Sebastian is on yellow coat guy's phone. So I'm thinking in my brain, this is just speculation and I could be wrong, but in my brain, I'm thinking that she texted that picture to whoever yellow coat guy is. And
I like H. Davis's new picture.
whoa, wait. How do I bring it up? Oh man, I can't enlarge it. I don't know how to enlarge it. I'm not as good as Brittany. That looks great. Oh. So anyway, you can't see it, but when he turns his phone around, it's the same picture Katie took of Sebastian. So that just blows my mind.
I don't know. I haven't convinced myself that my brain isn't telling me that's what I want to see.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
because I'm not sure if that's actually a picture of what she took, or if my brain is telling me that that is what it is.
okay. So this one, he's a news correspondent. This is Brian Enton. So he's just following the case, but he's followed by some other people. So he seems like a pretty good person. And then this one is Sweetie Pilo. She's good. I like her. But she also did the hashtag Sebastian with the little letters. And then this charity cyclist.
If you like her, you're going to want to hit that second one next to her name, because that's her first page in blue, and then her second page.
Yeah, it says if you follow one, you follow both of them, because I only clicked one of them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so then we come down to this charity cyclist. Support my charity bike ride for Sebastian Rogers missing teen. I'm riding my bicycle 2,000 plus miles. Sebastian High School gets the funds. Highest donor receives my bicycle and gear at finish line. And he's got a GoFundMe for the Sebastian and his school. Wow. That's pretty cool. I couldn't ride too. I did with my taking my Dramamine. I did get to where I can ride 6 miles without getting dizzy.
That's good. That's a big improvement.
Yeah, because I was getting dizzy after 2 miles. So getting up to 6 miles is really good. I was going to ride today, but because of the storm we had last night that you said was coming, and we had blue skies. But about 1 o'clock it got here, and I had my sliding door open in my basement because I got a screen for it now. And my dogs were in their kennels right by the door because they like the cool air coming in at night. And all of a sudden they started barking and wailing, and I'm like, what's going on? And then I hear this tree limb come down in the backyard. And apparently they could hear it starting to crack. And they wanted to warn me. And the tree limb come down in back, and about 4 tree limbs come down in the front yard. And the dogs warned me about it. So they're good dogs. Hello to the third person in chat. Welcome for being here. Hit that thumbs up. So anyway, he's cycling 2,000 miles. And that's good. TZENT. Oh, yeah, I wanted to listen to this. I listened to this earlier. Okay. Let me turn the sound on. Turn it up.
And then the coach shoots the next goal.
Back it up.
Do, 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 do.
I don't think I'll get it. Hold on, let me put some music on. She's right.
I was your music.
All right, let's go back. Now,
Nope.
this happened a long time ago.
We can't hear him.
I bet. It's still really close to the beginning.
We can't hear him.
Hear it at all?
No, I even turned the TV up to see if I could hear it on the TV, and I only hear your background music.
Okay, I'll turn back on. I really don't think I need the background music.
It's only 2 minutes. Still can't hear him now.
Can you hear it now?
No, I kind of hear something, but I don't hear him.
I don't understand because let me show you. There's my microphone. There's my speaker. They're like my speaker's coming out. It should be coming through my microphone. How did I have that sitting where it was on?
Can you hear it?
I can hear it perfectly. And I've got this one turned all the way up. Anyway, he says this was just at the 1 month mark. And he says it's really crazy that after a month there was no more news coverage of Sebastian. And he said, I'm gonna turn this down because next thing I do is gonna.
I was gonna say play it like that because we could hear it like that.
You can hear it like this? Okay.
No, can't hear it. I don't know. Like I can hear him going.
Anyway, he couldn't understand why the United Cajun Navy was getting death threats for searching for Sebastian. He couldn't figure it out. I can't figure it out. It didn't make sense. Who was putting out the death threats?
And we never actually seen any proof of that either.
That's true. Okay, real eye recognize real lies. I don't know anything about them, but they're the ones. They have hashtag and true crime community, so they're true crime. Okay, and this is at a Valero gas station at Exit 7 in Bristol, Virginia, and they think that this is Sebastian Rogers. They think he might put on a little bit of weight. Let's see if we can hear this. So, but I never heard. I don't suppose that was Sebastian, because if it had been Sebastian, then could you hear that one?
No.
Huh. Seashore Annalie, nature, wildlife, the beauty, the healing, the power, love all birds, especially ospreys, HMTQ2, I don't know what that is, RIP, true crime fan, Seashore Annie. Okay. Dear Mr. Sheriff, signed Sebastian Rogers Army from YouTube.
Try pulling your mic away from your speaker.
Is that better?
It's trying.
Is that better?
No, it's like it's trying to pick it up, but it's not picking it up.
Okay. I wonder. I'm trying to find that post to see if we can hear it better off. Here it is.
Dear Mr. Sheriff, we have a question which we would like to ask. We're
Yes.
asking in all sincerity, sir, if you feel you are up to the task. You see, many countries around the world are watching you at work, and at this time we are sad to say many consider you a jerk. Many are putting pen to paper to write down all their gripes. We are hoping you will read them all and then go and put things right. Sir, you have a VIP who's missing. He vanished into the night in very suspicious circumstances. What are you doing to aid his plight? The missing child is now very famous. He is also loved and cherished. Do you care about people with autism, sir? Then make a statement. Now this we'd relish. The impression you're giving is one of nonchalance, sir. Is this acceptable to you? Mr. President is soon to learn of your failings because, sir, with you we are through. A disgrace to the badge, a disgrace to your county, a disgrace to ignore all the tips which are mounting. Hand over the case, put it in capable hands. Your name brings shame right across this land. Say his name, sir, we can't hear you. Your global audience awaits. What will your children think of your reputation when it lies in ashes in the grate? For the sake of Sebastian and your own reputation, are you going to utter a word? Are your superiors happy with your progress? Because the public believe it's absurd. Sir, is the message getting through? We would like you to stand down, hand the sheriff's badge to a man of honor, because you, sir, act like a clown. Unacceptable, Mr. Craddock. Utterly unacceptable in the year 2025. When did you last give a public update regarding Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, sir? When did you personally, as sheriff, last speak the name Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, sir? When did you last cry out for the public's help in searching for missing Amber Alert child Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, sir? If a fellow SCSO colleague's child vanished, please tell us. Would it be acceptable to go a year without the sheriff of Sumner County saying the child's name, sir? You know damn well you have discriminated against a child with disabilities, and in most Western nations of the world, that is a crime. Another one to add to the growing list. Allegedly, and in our opinion, we as a global community are calling for your badge. Signed, Sebastian's Army.
Wow. And this goes into, but look at all these, there's all these different kinds of hashtags. I found 59 different ways that Sebastian was hashtagged. While searching or cycling on my bicycle, I passed out Sebastian Rogers information flyers. Good. RV campsites, airports, libraries, restaurants, historical sites, anywhere people stop and travel. And then he's got Sebastian Rogers, hashtag Amber Alert, hashtag fishing, missing child, hashtag boy next door, hashtag FBI, hashtag Sebastian Rogers. See, he did Sebastian Rogers in two different ways to make sure it got in the right one. He put flyers in the bathrooms. On top of the urinal. Well, that gets it out there. I don't know who Shay B is, and it doesn't really show. Bullhorn Betty, no one needs to have a conversation with you like you are very unlikable. In fact, you are a total douchebag. You are, see what I was talking about when I said rotten, totally horrific hashtags I refuse to use on my, and I couldn't even, I got all of them on when I made the thumbnail, but when it saved over into my computer and then I went to use it for my thumbnail, I had to cut it down to a certain place, so some of them got cut off. And it was disappointing. So anyway, and this lady says that in fact, you're a total douchebag. You are one who should learn to shut your pie hole, not judges. Sebastian Rogers, hashtag BHB, hashtag YouTube whore, Hashtag tragedy pit. My ice maker is about to make its noise. Okay, anyway. So this person I'm not going to follow because I like Bullhorn Betty. She deep dives, and I wouldn't put that on my thumbnail, those hashtags on my thumbnail, but they were the hashtags that will bring you to things about Sebastian Rogers. See, somebody did a pull up of the pictures that she took. Oh, I was wondering if it was going to go over to the yellow coat guy, but apparently not. Crime with Sarah. Everyone has done this to Sebastian's case. It's sad. Where is Sebastian Rogers? Let me pull that on my, see what this judge has to say.
Along the line, this turned not into a pursuit to find Sebastian Rogers. It turned into a personal vendetta. You know, it's interesting that you came to Sumner County to help assist in finding Sebastian Rogers, but there's been really very little testimony by you of what you've done other.
My fellow Americans, it is with great pleasure that I am announcing that Pride Month is canceled. Pride is a sin, and we will no longer participate in deliberate moral inversions. Instead,
Sorry, I didn't realize it flipped over to something else because I was using my phone there. Anyway, he's saying that it got away from hunting for Sebastian Rogers and went to a his side, her side vendetta. I wish I knew how to make these kind of cute thumbnails. And then this is and I was just floored about all the different hashtags. Last week has been missing. Okay, this was right. Okay, this happened. It's 6 minutes long. It happened right after Sebastian was. Is that Salty? No, that's Rose. Okay, here it is.
As his father, tell me a little bit about your son.
He's got a big heart. He's loving. You know, he's inquisitive. He can be stubborn at times. He loves to play video games. He loves animals. I mean, he thoroughly loves animals. He likes plants. He likes to, you know, grow things. He likes to take care of things. He loves his video games. Boy, the kid loves his video games.
What has the last week been like for you as a father?
My heart is missing somehow, somewhere out here, and I'm just trying to find him. Yeah, I don't know where he's at. I can't find him.
And when was the last time you got to see Sebastian?
Last time he was at my house. So I was supposed to have him last weekend, and it would have been 2 weekends prior. He was at my house, and I got to see him. We got to play video games. That's TV. Had a great weekend.
And I mean, obviously, it seems like, what has it been like working with law enforcement? Have they been great, trying to help you with this search?
They are definitely doing everything that they can to find my son, and I thoroughly appreciate it. And I hope that they find him every day. I'm waking up hoping that they find him.
And obviously, so he's autistic. Are there any tendencies that he may have? Like, does he like hanging out in the trees or by water that could maybe help people find him?
He does like trees. I mean, he loves to go fishing with me. But if he's in the city limits, he's, video games. He'd probably be, maybe an arcade or something.
Okay. And has he ever done something like this before? Just leave the house for a short period of time or anything like that?
No.
And I mean, how much sleep have you lost over this last week? Walk me through kind of what that experience has been.
I haven't had very much sleep at all. I mean, coffee and energy drinks are my main diet is bread.
Yeah. And I know you said you were out there searching. Are there any particular places that you're looking that you think he might be at?
I'm looking everywhere. I'm not from this area, so I don't know it. So I'm just everywhere. I keep telling people, keep your head up and your eyes open. If you see anything, call 911. If my son hears my voice, buddy, you need to get a phone and call 911.
Definitely. And you live in Clarksville, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but you've been out here in the Hendersonville area just searching for him the last week?
Every day.
And I guess, are you in close contact with his mother and stepfather about the situation?
Not really. I mean, we're in communication at least once a day, but that's about it. I'm looking for him,
Yeah. And I know, obviously with social media, it's tough because as a parent, you just want your kid home, but there's been a lot of, speculation, too, about possible, criminal investigations. I mean, what's kind of your reaction to all of that chatter on social media?
I don't have social media, man.
Okay. But just hearing people kind of speculate about that in the community, I guess, how does that make you feel?
I think they need to, instead of being keyboard warriors, they need to put feet on the ground and start looking for my son. If they really want help, that's what they should be doing instead of coming up with their own opinion. How about get out there and we find my son?
And how much does your son Sebastian mean to you?
He's my life.
Do you have any other kids?
No, man.
Okay. And I guess, is there, anything you want to say? I don't know how well you know the stepfather or the mother, but is there anything you'd like to say about that and that situation and how he just kind of disappeared from the house?
I have nothing to say about that.
Okay. And if you could say something to Sebastian right now, what would you say?
If you are hearing this one, you need to tell people who you are and tell them to call 911 for you. You need to tell people that you're Sebastian Rogers and that you need them to call 911.
And anything you'd like to tell him about returning home?
I miss you, buddy. And I'm waiting. I'm here for you. Okay.
All right.
So we can find you, man.
No wonder Obama's oldest daughter makes
That was very heart touching.
$3 million.
Very heart touching. That you see, even without her prompting, Seth told Sebastian earlier on back there in the thing. Seth told Sebastian, "Call 911, bud." And then she's like, "If there's anything you could say to him," and he said, "Call 911." You know, he knows he wants his son found, and this was only a weekend. He still feels that exact same way today. Green tea. That was Jennifer Coffendecker. See, here's another proof of the sign. Are you proud now? And then this is about Terry and Tony. This is JLR, and he is, at the beginning when I first saw this case, it was a JLR post that I saw, and I thought, wow. And then I went looking more, and I found Clutch Them Pearls, and then I found Brittany J, and it went on from there. And he's totally turned. He was green team, then he's, before there was a green team, and now he's just.
What did that say?
This up here? Whoa, Seth Rogers, green team member, just got criminally indicted per court sources. Yikes. Court to unseal within 90 days. Poor Sebastian Rogers. Now, I don't believe that. That was May 6th, but I don't believe that.
Within 90 days. It just says within days.
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't believe it because it's JLR.
Oh, green team. So they're talking about the people that are online. Never mind. I thought that somebody got indicted and it was to do with
No,
it.
Seth Rogers, green team member, as in Seth Rogers, just got criminally indicted per court sources. Yikes. Court to unseal within days. Poor Sebastian Rogers.
That I'm pretty sure that they were talking about Bullhorn Betty.
Oh. May 6th. Yeah, because her thing did get reversed.
Just within a couple of days after that.
Yeah, all charges dropped.
Never mind. I thought it was saying somebody was actually indicted within the family and they were actually going to do some questioning around that.
So this says Sebastian Rogers video of that. Please watch, everyone. Very interesting. Have been researching this for a few months now, and it's time for everyone to open their eyes and minds to what we believe is why he hasn't been found still. Please share. I haven't listened to that. And then there's Chloe. I've seen her. That dumb nuts. I've seen her in other chats. But my point about today, Chronicles of the Shadies, is talking about SF Investigates. And here is Queen Bee. I think SF Investigates, when he started going up on panels, and it was the segue for Chris to start going up on panels. Because when SF stops being on panels, all of a sudden Chris Proudfoot's on all these panels. And I haven't been looking lately because it just irks me anymore. But he can spend all day, every day on a panel, and it doesn't sound like he's in his crane. So is he working? There was one of these pictures that I absolutely loved. Now see, she's looking around.
And then she got a smile as though she's seen somebody.
Right, and then they're about to get up and go.
But
This
like
is 2 different times.
takes that picture, something is in the picture and she shows him.
Okay, this person, none of your business. Opinion and thoughts based commenter for entertainment purpose only. Occasionally might be an a-hole or sarcastic. Good luck figure that out. Okay, it says so Chris Proudfoot can show up as a waitress for Texana and drag Seth a little more why false CPS reports are flying, but the Proudfeet are innocent. I think not. The truth isn't going anywhere, no matter how aggressive Pigfoot is. Where is Sebastian Rogers, abusive pig? Whoa. Whoa. I guess they tell it like it is. And this is where the reward went up to $447,000 for Sebastian. This is Seth's live with Sarah Coffindaffer, or is it Sarah Coffindaffer? Jen Coffindaffer. Whatever. I don't know what that is. It looks like, isn't that the guy from the telephone booth guy? The one you like? They're Avengers, yeah. That's who I thought it was. That's Doctor Who. What's he doing with that glove?
That's not Doctor Who.
Who is that?
It's the Avengers.
Isn't Doctor Who one of the Avengers?
No. That's Iron Man.
I swear Doctor Who was in the Avengers.
He has the Infinity Gauntlet on.
Oh, okay. Whatever. Anyway, back to Sebastian Rogers. This is an old picture. Seth still looks the same, but Sebastian sure grew up.
Way to tell everybody I'm a nerd.
No. My husband, Butch, and I sat and watched all of the Avengers movies in a row.
No, I'm just saying you secretly outed me because now I know who the Avengers are. I know what the Infinity Gauntlet is, and I know that was definitely not Doctor Who.
Hey, I didn't know. Of course, I'm not into science fiction and stuff like that. But
I was gonna say in him, I'm now outed as a nerd.
You know what? If somebody could clip that green tea thing for that where Sebastian's saying green tea. Anytime somebody comes in on a green team member as a new member of a green team channel, they could say, "Welcome to the green team," you know, because we're green team. And the way he says it, it almost sounds like he's saying green team, but we know what he's saying because we can see the bottle of green tea in front of him. But
That's a good idea.
speaking of, I didn't know that was coming up. But see, listen, let me see if I can find that one. I think I went too far. Wait, I might not have. See, on my phone, they're in different order than they're on. Yeah, that one's not on my phone. Huh, that's really weird. Wait. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Maybe you should just share it to yourself on a different platform.
I guess I could figure out how to do that. I'm not computer literate like you are. Anyway,
Go to the post. Scroll down.
copy video address. Picture in picture, video setting. How do you do it?
Okay, so scroll down.
Share,
Scroll. Okay. There you go.
bookmark,
No, you had it right the first time.
share,
Uh-uh.
bookmark.
You went to the arrow first.
That's the arrow. That's share.
Click it.
Copy link.
Click share.
I did. Just copy link, share post via, send direct message, post video, or download video. I want to download the video.
You could download it, and that'll give you the video, and then you can get the sound bite later.
I have to go to premium on X to do that.
Oh. Hit share again.
Send direct message to.
Yeah, send it to you. And then I think if you did the via, it'll give you other platforms.
It says I can't be messaged.
Oh. Okay, close it.
There it goes. Okay, there it went. I sent it to me.
Did you just send yourself a quick message, or did you post the?
I sent it to my YouTube or wherever my @get Locker is to my ex. We're gonna have a new Temu opening soon. Not today. Okay, so I gotta go back from this. Get off that one. This Matt Thibodeau. LOL, that sounds like a fantastic idea. His mom has said this is not him. She would know. Now, how is it, as Matt Thibodeau says in this one, this morning, not even 10 hours after this posted potential sighting of Sebastian Rogers was reported, SF said Katie already said this is not him. Why is she always so quick to brush every potential sighting off? That's a good question. Some people could say that the only way she would know that that image is not him 100% for sure is if she knew he was someplace else and could not possibly have been there. Just saying. I'm not saying that's the way it is, but that's just my thought. Let's see if this one goes farther into it. Oh, you're going to do that to me, are you? Twirly, 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 twirly. Come on, hook up, hook up. I hate when that happens. See, now it's doing it. See, now yellow guys. See, there must be something wrong with this video. I don't know. This Matt Thibodeau, Queen Bee, what updates did you provide in your 4+ hour stream last night? Last I checked, Seth Rogers can speak about his child whenever he wants to. You're using Sebastian's name for clicks, money, and views. This is a job for you. This is not about advocacy. You're disgusting. Whoa. Well, she was on for 4 hours and 23 minutes at that time, according to what he circled. And she never calls Seth by name. She always calls him Sean. And then she wanted you to send to Cash App, PayPal, or buy her merch. Salty is doing good. And then here's this was at Citizens Bank Park. And this is it's going to pop up one of the Sebastian Rogers things. See, there it is. And then there's another one here and another one here, and this one's blurry, but people are saying they have no proof that these clipboards are up. I don't know what it costs to get a Blipboard. I think somebody said it's like $50 a month to have it blip once every minute. That's not very much if you think about it. Once every minute for a full month. Proud, not for long. This is the picture. Now that does kind of look, if Sebastian had put on a few pounds, this person looks a little bit heavy, but it's possible that he could have put on a few pounds. We don't know. But that was my point. All the way through this whole page. Do you sleep okay? This is the smartest thing MGL, I don't know who that is, ever said was about Queen Bee and all the money she's making off of Sebastian Rogers' case. Credit to Spitfire Spotlight on YouTube who clipped it. I was flipping through YouTube today and I saw one where I don't remember who the person was, but they clipped and said that Nana's dragonfly was drunk and she went off on Brittany last night. I didn't see it. I wasn't watching it, so I don't know if it happened, but I think a while back Nana had made a where'd you go, Amanda? Did you eat yourself again? I think a while back Nana had told Brittany that if she was drinking, she wasn't going to go up on panel. So I don't know. But my point is, look at all these where there's hashtags, and they're all different hashtags. It says your device. There it is. Did you eat yourself again? Ooh, you sound terrible. Ooh, you're all crackly. Well, she left. See, this is in March of 2024. Okay, this was a month after Sebastian went missing, and they were doing a coverage thing, search for Sebastian, and JLR was there. At that time, I thought he was green team. When did he flip? I don't know. Here's another billboard for Sebastian. At night, private intelligence, Sebastian County, kids vanish daily here. Call 1-800-TBI-FIND, not YouTube. Well, that does make sense. Oh, look, Sebastian with the Grinch. And here's another one about Queen Bee. But my point is, look at all these different. This one is hashtag missing child, hashtag Hendersonville, and then they spelled Amber Alert again differently, and then hashtag find Sebastian. How do you know which one to hashtag? Because they're all done differently. Matt Thibodeau. But there's so many different hashtags, and they're all for Sebastian. Something about Sebastian. Different locations where you can find information about Sebastian. I don't know who this person is. This Chronicles of the Shady, as in the real person? Turtle Island and Karen Reed. See, I don't watch Turtle Island because I don't like Dolly. PJ can't remember. Chris Proudfoot continues to send her hashtag Dolly Vision money via Cash App or PayPal. PJ can't remember. and play his stupid game. These morons are all giddy and crap. Hashtag PJ Vision talking about it with her morning coffee is disgusting. Well, isn't that sweet? Chris P has a missing person, Sebastian Rogers, and he has time to D-blank-CK around with Dolly on voting people off. There is something seriously wrong with this picture. I'd venture to say the dude doesn't have a missing stepson, if I had to guess. That's something important above the line there. Who's this woman? There's some more Queen Bee crap. There's another Amber Alert picture. Looks like she took a picture of a picture. It's a living nightmare. Parents speak 1 year after Sebastian Rogers' disappearance. It is a living nightmare. Still to this day. Oh, the reward's up to $500,000? Wow. They never searched YouTube via at YouTube. Sebastian Rogers, they never searched. Mama to Irish. Huh. Sorry, the little's called. I'm still here. I'll be in chat. Okay. Tell him I love him. Okay, earlier, oh, I love this. I screenshotted this picture right here. Because look at this. Don't stop. Keep searching. It was when they did the biker vigil for Sebastian. The one where Chris and Katie went looking for a new Harley instead of going to the thing. I screenshotted that. But there was one earlier I saw. Google it, y'all. That was one of the blip boards. And then here's another blip board who took me. Dateline, Missing in America, Sebastian Rogers. I haven't seen that one. I'll have to look up Dateline. This dog, this is such a beautiful story Jen Coffendaffer put out. This is amazing. A 2-year-old wandered from his home in Arizona and was found 7 miles away. A wonderful dog helped save his life. What a beautiful story. Holding out hope for Sebastian Rogers, for a Sebastian Rogers miracle. See, the dogs can find them. And this doesn't look like it's any kind of tracking dog. This is a cross between a husky and a shepherd. Trust me, I know I had one. Mine wasn't as brindle like that, but mine was silver and black. But shepherds are good dogs. I can guarantee you if I went missing and somebody told one of my dogs to go looking for me, they'd find me. Who took me? This isn't one of the same blip boards we were looking at Citizens Bank Park. This is a different blip board. This is above a pawn shop somewhere. That's cool. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Now I could do one like that, but that actually looks like Sebastian. Okay. I don't know what all this is. Chronicles of the Shady, Tammy, Barbecue Lady. Okay, that doesn't interest me. But I was talking. My point is, look at all these hashtags. I mean, you don't go through very many of these without running into. See this hashtag autistic, and then Summer Wells and Sebastian private at night. Did I click to them? Yeah, I'm following them. Commercial installation technician breaks home Gallatin, Tennessee, United States. 4 connections. Katie Proudfoot. I don't want to connect to her. This is another hashtag. There's another hashtag. See, there's another hashtag. There's the hashtag Bullhorn Betty. Hashtag Green Team. Hashtag BHB. Hashtag Loser. And then there's Tragedy Pimp again. This is not, Bullhorn Betty is not any of those things. And then Fox Nashville, SF Investigates, Amber Alert, Missing Child. See, is this missing? All those are small letters. All those, see, those would both go to the same place, same hashtag. Is that Amber Alert a different one? No, that's the same one. See, they change them. See, no. See, this is all small letters for Amber Alert. Chloe DXM, Amber Alert, Missing Child. But that's my point. There's so many. I mean, and you can't really say, can we find one and stick to it? Because the more there are, the more chances for Sebastian's name to be seen. But that was my point. I mean, it's really important to me about. I wonder if we can pull this up. Okay, that's him coming out. Where's the other pictures? See, when he's going in, he's got his fingers in his ears. When he's coming out, he doesn't have his fingers in his ears. But whatever's going on with his mom has his attention. He really liked his teachers. Whoa, wait. Seth Rogers defended trial 8/6/25, 1:30 p.m. Seth Rogers defended docket call 4/30/25, April 30th, 2025 at 9 a.m. Still facing more legal trouble in Montgomery County, Tennessee. Woman is accusing him of misusing Sebastian Rogers' funds and other things. Oh, so he's going against another. I bet it's Queen Bee or Barbecue. Because Seth Rogers would not misuse funds for Sebastian. That's a BS. Bogus. This is another one. But there's so many hashtags for, look at this one. Hashtag Tennessee missing, hashtag TBI, hashtag Sheriff Craddock, hashtag true crime, hashtag Sumner County, hashtag Sebastian Rogers, hashtag Barry Morphew, hashtag in my opinion. Look at all those. Look at all those. In my opinion, America's Most Wanted did a horrible job with that interview. Sebastian Strong. I would like to know who they're making fun of with this cat and the ramen noodles. Karma Mama's Gut or Scandal Script, March 19th, 24. Less than 1 month since Sebastian Rogers vanished, YouTube content creator said, I'm leaning more towards the stepdad. Came home that night in the middle of the night and went back to work. Subs ran with it. Well, I don't know who they're talking about, but I agree. It's been said by many people that they thought Chris Proudfoot was in town that weekend. Prison talk on X, New Orleans jailbreak tips from Seth Rogers' father to Sebastian Rogers. In a live chat, Mr. Rogers explains that gum, wadded up paper, cardboard, etc., anything can be used to mess with the lock and intimidate and inmates in normal circumstances are checked on every 30 minutes. So, he must be talking about the New Orleans prison break and how they put something in to mess with the lock so they could get there. But these people didn't come out their cell. They went out behind the toilet. But then again, they'd had to unlock their own cells to be able to go through that one cell to get out. And the single guard that was on duty that night went on break, from the stories I've read. But here's all these things. This is what I'm saying. Let's keep them hashtags going, guys. We've got to keep hashtag Sebastian's Army, hashtag Sebastian Rogers, hashtag Sebastian Strong. Let's get all them good hashtags out there. And if you want to tag this post, you can hashtag Get Lockered 7474 if you want to. But, so anyway, I'm going to end it here. I was just making my post because this page has gotten longer since this morning. It's taken me an hour and a half to scroll through, and I haven't even gotten to the bottom. And this is the corner where they're saying they thought they might have saw Sebastian, and Katie locked it down right away. But I found out today that you can learn a lot from different, because I've been trying to look on YouTube at who's saying what about Sebastian on YouTube, who's saying what about which crime, what can I cover. I go to YouTube, I have got myself signed up for so many news channels, newspapers, and U.S. news and world news and CNN news and all these newses to try to find something new and missing that's happening today. And I thought, why not check X? Because another content creator that I have watched in the past checks X. So I went to X. You can get a lot of information off of X. I always thought it was just like I always thought it was just like I never looked at the platform to know what it was about. I didn't like Twitter because I thought it was all chatting back and forth. And if you want to chat a private conversation with somebody, text them or message them. Don't put it out there where the whole country can read it. But I didn't, until I looked at X, I didn't know what. Actually, I should say until I saw somebody else look at X, I didn't know what Twitter and X was all about. I didn't know it could be used for good. And I'm thankful it's being used for good. But I saw one earlier that said Katie Proudfoot was talking to I don't remember. I think she was talking to Chronicles of the Shady or Chronicles of Olivia. And she said the interviewer, let me pull this off. Okay. The interviewer asked Katie, she said, what do you believe happened to Sebastian? This was at the one year anniversary thing. Katie was asked, what do you believe happened to Sebastian? Katie said, I have thought a million different things. Then Katie said, I don't know. Hello to the 8 people in chat. Please hit that thumbs up to help the algorithm get out. Share this message. Share your hashtags. Hashtag Sebastian Rogers. Okay. Why did you say that like that, Katie? Why did you say, I've thought of a million things, and then you said, I don't know. Okay, Katie, I'm going to challenge you. If you've thought of a million different things that could have happened with Sebastian that night between midnight and 6 a.m., write them down. Put them on YouTube. Put them on a platform. Send them to one of the content creators. Give them to Seth. He can give them to us. Give them to anybody on the green team. They can give this 1 million ideas that has gone through your head. Write them down. We want to see them. We want to be able to research them and find out if even one of them could lead to bringing Sebastian home. I challenge you, Katie Proudfoot. Write them down. I want to see them. Here's my email address. Did I spell it right? Yeah. Sometimes I fat finger things. Katie Proudfoot, there's my email address. Email me your 1 million things that you have thought about that could have happened to Sebastian that night. I want the green team to research them. I want us to find Sebastian. One of those things that you've thought about could possibly bring Sebastian home. I want to see the list. I challenge you, Katie Proudfoot. I want to see the list. With that being said, everybody, thank you for being here. Do something nice for someone, even if it's just be the reason they smile, and get lockered. Have a good night.